two nations shared one continent. The Tyrannies were in the south, a proud and rich people. They were very rich and very proud, and their capital, Tyros, was a great city made up of marble and gold, a crossroads for trade where merchants from all over the world congregated to sell their wares with each other. By contrast, in the north was the nation of Borealia. It was a cold and miserable land, battered by howling wind falling from the North Pole. Their capital, Camelot, was just a small town of mud and misery. The Tyrannies constantly mocked the Borealian. They were mere peasants, after all, barely fit to be servants in their great houses. Borealians had almost resigned themselves to a fate of misery as a people, and they wondered, when would our hour come? One day, a discovery was made on the borderland separating the two nations. Somebody was digging the ground and saw some bright green rocks in the ground. They were absolutely beautiful, and everybody wanted some rocks for themselves. The Tyrannies looked forward to adorning their houses of golden marble with some bright green, emerald green rocks. And one of their inventors even found a way to incorporate the rock into glass. Imagine that, drinking and feasting from glass and plates that glow bright green in the night. The Borealians were chuffed. Their hour had come at last. And one of their inventors found a way to turn the rock into paint. Bright green paint that would just keep the houses glowing green during the cold, dark Borealian night. But the rock had a secret. They were very beautiful, but they were also very dangerous. The people that started drinking and feasting from their fancy green glasses became sick. The painters, painting the houses with that rock green paint, became mad and died in horrible circumstances. The Taiwanese government took action and decided to ban the rocks immediately and all their products. Some of the elite had felt, that's a bit tacky, these green rocks anyway, and besides, it's a bloody Borealian peasant that they discovered in the first place. We don't need them. We've got diamonds, rocks and silver in our city. We don't need these fancy rocks after all. The Borealians were downcast. The promised salvation had turned out to be accursed. But they started thinking about themselves. Could these rocks that are so beautiful but also so deadly perhaps be channeled in some ways? Could there be something within them that could actually be useful after all? Great debates happened in Camelot. We are too poor, we are miserable, we cannot afford to take any risks. And others said, what have we got to lose? We've got nothing. We are poor, miserable, our land is cold. We only have the rocks. And the decision was made to study these rocks. Many scientists and engineers died in the process. They were cracking the rock apart, scrutinizing, pulverizing them. Many died in horrible circumstances. But discoveries were made. One of this discovery was that from these rocks came some kinds of rays of energy of various sort. They were very deadly, but they could actually be stopped by putting a piece of metal in front of the rocks, and then they could be looked at and studied very safely. And after many years of intense studies, an amazing breakthrough was made at the University of Camelot. Under certain circumstances, these rocks could actually burn. They could burn like flameless fires, releasing tremendous amounts of energy. The next challenge was to build gigantic flameless furnaces, and Borealian engineers set themselves to the task with aplomb, and they succeeded. From the first time in Boralia's history, the cold, dark night were stopped by flameless fires shining away from their surfaces. Borealia now are the source of nearly infinite energy. Quickly, they harnessed that energy. Industry blossomed, the economy prospered, and slowly, year after year, decade after decade, Borealia became rich, and eventually richer than Tyre. Mighty metallic ships, powered by the burning rocks that cracked the ice apart and found ways for trade and merchants to come in. Camelot became a center of trade, another crossroad of trade, just as big, if not bigger than Tyros, because the ships could sail over the pole. The Tyrannese wondered, what happened? How could these peasants, these servants, become richer than us? But the Tyrannese had forgotten something of their own history. They had forgotten that the reason they became rich was because their own captains and sailors many centuries ago had been the first to take up to the sea, the first to sail away into the storm, some never to return, to find these trade routes that yielded their prosperity. Tyros had forgotten that risk is the price of prosperity, and that only the people and the nation who take risks are truly free. In the 21st century, let us remember this lesson, and let us burn these bright green rocks called uranium, plutonium, and thorium. They might be the key to our energy future. And I'm Toastmaster.